What's up, you guys? It's Matt here. So in this video, we needed to talk about Terra Luna Classic. Again, I know you guys are probably tired of hearing all this information about Terra Luna Classic. You're like, get on to something else. I promise I will have something else that I'm going to be talking about today, but this month is really all about Terra Luna Classic, and that's why we are deciding to talk about it. But I have some great information for you guys, and it's related to the supply, right? The supply, we're looking to see all of that burn off. We're also looking to see people stake it for a long period of time. We're looking to see the circulating supply diminish, whether it's they put it into the total supply or whether they just burn it, completely. And we see it all fall off the total supply there. Instead of just putting it in the total supply, it comes off the total supply. But we have a decent amount that came out, or a pretty big amount that came out of the circulating supply just recently, and I wanted to talk about it and where it went, why we're seeing it decrease like that, what's going on with the updates, and why we're not seeing accurate numbers compared to the total amount that we see in other platforms. So, guys, make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell for more videos like this one. Also, make sure you guys check out some of the links down below. It does help out the channel quite a bit. And if you guys want to follow me on Twitter, make sure you guys follow me on Twitter at Perry8K. Don't forget to check out my Patreon. I have 127 people that are on the Patreon. We're seeing that start to come up a little bit. I just made a recent purchase today that I put on the Patreon. So if you guys want to go and check that out, feel free to go and check it out. We also have an updated Terra Luna Classic exit strategy sheet, including the 1.2% burn tax. So if you guys want to check that out, that's in the posts as well. So let's talk about this. Let's have a discussion about Terra Luna Classic, right? You all know that I'm staking 8 million total coins. Well, staking is the majority of the reason why we're seeing the supply change. I have my 8 million coins. I'm gaining, 1,600. This is within maybe like 3 or 4 hours. I gained 1,641. It may have been a little bit less than that, but I'm able to restake that, put that back into delegations, and I'm obviously gaining more as I'm putting more into the delegations there. But what some people don't understand is that staking actually removes it from the circulating supply, removes the total amount that you have from the circulating supply. So the 8 million that I have removed. Is that a massive amount? I mean, it's a decent size amount, but it's not the largest amount, right? There's 6.9 trillion total coins that are there. But if we go into Terra Luna Classic here, right, we're going to see this part we want to focus on. The circulating supply is what we really want to focus on here. We can look at the price. We can look at all that stuff. We can look at the volume, and obviously we're excited about all that. I just want to see the supply burn off, so I need to see this volume when the 1.2% comes into play. But if we look right here, we're going to see the circulating supply is now standing at 6.151 billion. If you didn't know, this was at 6.5 trillion, right? So, or sorry, not billion, 6.151 trillion, which is 151 billion. Basically, 400 billion has burned off. Does that mean that it completely burned off? No, it is burned from the circulating supply, but that is staked into the total supply. So right now in the market cap, you're seeing a much bigger difference from this market cap to the fully diluted market cap. You're seeing about a 300 billion or $300 million difference there between the market cap and the fully diluted market cap. Sorry if I'm confusing you with all the billions and trillions, but hopefully I'm able to clarify and you know exactly what I'm talking about here. But the 6.151 trillion in total supply is definitely a big deal. It's a huge deal to see that much fall off. Why is that a big deal? Because now it gives the current circulating supply potential, the potential of the price in the current value to rise a little bit more. And this is why we're seeing kind of this update. It's not necessarily just people that are constantly buying into the position. Yes, you do see people that are making moves today. But we're seeing the update based on, the fact that now it can go a lot higher. The market cap can adjust a lot more, right? We can see this get to a $2 billion market cap and be at a higher price because the circulating supply is 400 billion less. So that's a huge deal, a huge plus in my book in turning this into something huge. Now, 400 billion, that seems kind of light, right? It doesn't seem like it seemed like we burned a little bit more than that, or we staked a little bit more than that. So if we go into Lunic Penguins, the website here that tracks all this stuff, you're going to see 8% that has been staked. That's the staking ratio. And if we go into the full staking ratio here, we're going to see that basically 500 million has been staked, has been bonded. You see 500 million there. You can see all these days. Now, why is it not updating with that? I would imagine CoinMarketCap is updating sparingly. They're not updating like every single day. CoinMarketCap never does that. You see Shiba Inu, we've burned off, billions of tokens, and they still have yet to update things within that. So we know that that's a big problem. But if Terra Luna Classic is now staking all of these coins, and we're staking 500 billion coins, then we know that that's going to find a way to update. And I'm glad to see that CoinMarketCap updated. I'm glad to see that we can now see the difference between the circulating supply and the total supply. We basically have a 1 trillion difference from the circulating supply to the total supply, looking at 6 trillion or 6.1, I guess, to 6.9. So close to that 1 trillion difference, basically 800 billion of a difference. Now we want to see, obviously, as time goes on, that we end up burning a lot of that supply down, which means that also the staking amount, people will start to pull out of their staking amounts and sell some of that. So we see that supply go down, but we will still see the same amount of staking percentage. So hopefully we see around that 5 to 10% of a staking percentage with Terra Luna Classic. So right now, again, it's great news to see that they actually updated things, because it's showing that even though we're not burning as much as we would hope to burn, we're still seeing the circulating supply decrease by people that are staking it. And the good deal is that when you see things stake, you don't need as much volume. You can look at something like crypto.com or Kronos Coin. Kronos Coin has a way less supply, but you notice that they don't need as much volume as some other things. They don't need as much volume as something like Bitcoin or Ethereum or Shiba Inu, but they can still be ranked in the top 25 coins. You see all the other coins that are out there in revenue, and you're basically seeing the volume that's in the hundreds of millions. And crypto.com is over here at 10 million, 20 million, 30 million, something like that at max. And why are we seeing that in the top 25 if we're only seeing 30 million in volume? It's because most people stake the position. So the more we see it stake, the better the position is, the more of a consistent movement that we end up seeing with Terra Luna Classic. So I'm very, very happy. Obviously we're running right now, but I'm very happy as to what's going on with the overall position. I can't wait for the 1.2% burn. Let me know what you think about this. Are you happy that we're seeing a change in the overall supply? Are you a little upset? I know this does make me a little bit upset when it comes to the difference between the market cap and the fully diluted market cap, because I don't really like dilution, and staking is a form of dilution, right? Because what you are doing is you're sending the position over to somewhere else where it's out of circulation, but then any day you can take that out of circulation, especially let's say if you burn off, and this is kind of an unbelievable scenario, so don't think that this is absolutely real, that it will happen, but say you do burn off 6 trillion, and now you still have 500 or 800 billion that's out here in this total supply that you want to release. Everybody ends up releasing it. You see the price get diluted because more position starts to flow to the circulating supply. And that's just always an issue. But we would imagine as time goes on, we're going to see things release and go back in, release and go back in. And that's just how it's going to go. I'll tell you what, I will always have 500,000 staked no matter what. Depending on what time frame it is and what the price is, I will end up unstaking as prices end up getting higher. But anyways, guys, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell for more videos like this one. I'm going to get out of here, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.